Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am ASAP Graham, and this is the continuation of my Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough. It's a blind playthrough in the summer of 2024. Or at least it's the summer right now. Let's grab that right there. What we are going to do today is we're going to go knock out a couple cyber psychos, and then I think I want to go have dinner with River and Joss, and might want to maybe do some other of these side missions that are available, like the one with Wakaka Okada here, Centerman. I forget what that's about. We'll have to look at it, but that'll come later. Right now, we are going to head down this way. And there are 3 cyber psychos in this district that I can see. 1, 2. Where was that third one at? 3. But I think we're just going to try and work on these 2 so that we have time in the episode for dinner with River. I was talking in the last episode about how this game really, the way that it appears to me to be creating immersion is it does a good job of creating the illusion of these relationships that V has, regular, normal relationships that you and I can identify with. We don't have to be a superhero. Having dinner at a friend's house that you two have developed a rapport together by working through a project, and you've become friends. You went from being coworkers to friends, something like that. The normal, basic things that we see in real life, which creates an immersion factor here in this video game. So I want to enhance that by fostering those relationships rather than screaming through just the objectives. So I do want to have dinner tonight with River and Joss, so we'll try and knock out 2 of these cyber psycho ones. I will take this into an editor and cut out travel time in all likelihood. We like to see travel time some episodes, but not all episodes, and this is one of the ones that I think we're going to try and get a lot of content in, squeeze a lot of content in. All right, here we go.
Hey, a little bit ago, a Tiger Claw called for help, attacked by a certain Aki. At least that's what they call the rogue tiger hunter. He's been picking off his own in silent but spectacular fashion. My gut says this Aki had a cyber-psychotic break, but I'd like to know for sure. Don't kill him if you don't have to, and don't forget to watch your back.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and take this guy alive, so I'm going to create a save point. Because unfortunately, that's kind of a sketchy thing, even whenever I'm using blunt weapons. The Tigers are starting to think there's some vengeful spirit or demon haunting them. I wouldn't rule out the supernatural just yet, but I suspect there are more rational explanations at hand. Alright, well, why isn't supernatural considered rational? Now, some of you think that's a stupid question. I think it's a stupid question to not consider the supernatural as being a part of reality. But I get what she's saying. Maybe there's a more plausible, a more likely explanation. I could see that as being a little bit more accurate than saying more rational.
The hell is this?
All right. We're passively regenerating right now. Let's just pick up some loot while we let that happen. Already looted her, looted him. All right. We're close enough to full. Wrong time to hit that. I almost got the finisher. We'll show you peace. Is that what she said? That last hit might have killed him. It looks like it did. Come on, get out of there. He's dead. Okay, so I think it was that last punch when after he was already on the ground. So we'll have to load. I don't know why it automatically loads some of these weapons. Okay, he's alive. I don't need you alive, though. Oh, he don't look so alive right now. I don't know, that arm's moving a little bit. There it is. Okay, the tigers are starting to think there's some vengeful spirit or demon haunting them. I wouldn't rule out the supernatural just yet, but I suspect there are more rational explanations at hand. Norio is alive, managed not to give in to the air of murder. An air of murder, or Saki, as Fromm calls it in his book Zen Buddhism and Psychoanalysis. Yeah, okay, so you're well read. The old samurai masters were uncanny in their skill at sensing incoming danger. Clearly, this ability didn't pass down to the Tiger Claws, a price they paid dearly for. Some folks, like Norio, need to know the cause behind everything. He searched high and low for Julia's killers until he found them. At least he didn't die from lingering doubts, or from you. Need to know the cause behind everything. Okay. Alright, well, cool. That's done.
You must turn around right the fuck now.
Oh, okay. We had nothing to do with this, officer. Goodbye. Let's see. We're not going to go here. I was wrong. Whoa, that's quite the fall.
Hello, V.
Jefferson?
Listen, I need your help again. Matters private.
Sure, okay. What's it about?
Not on the hollow. Come by. I'll lay it out. Explain everything.
Got your back, Jefferson, not to worry.
Great. We'll see you here then. Remember where?
Of course. Be there in no time.
Yeah, well, we're actually not going to do that right away. Suspended belief again.
V, hey. Some construction workers went on strike after finding their tools in the morning covered in blood. Their site's a parking lot where gangs have been known to pop up. Gang violence is a maybe, sure, but my money's on a cyber psycho attack. If I'm right, do what you can to incapacitate them. I'll take it from there.
Okay. So, construction site. There we go. Okay. I think. Looks like a parking garage. Scavenger was in critical condition prior to the crash due to numerous shotgun wounds. Same thing. Here's our boy. Oh, well, that's probably not going to be alive. Lungs and other organs suffered extensive damage from exposure to unknown chemicals. Ah, so they jacked him up on the job, probably. No one's claimed responsibility for this mess, although the wheels got Raffin written all over them, and it's on their turf. No signs of external violence, so the attack must have happened from inside. Either one of the Raffins cracked, or a prisoner of theirs tried to make a break for it. Either way, the fact that it's eerily quiet and not one soul seems to give a damn don't bode well. Keep your optics peeled. Was that our dude then? I mean, he had the shotgun, or lady, I couldn't quite tell. Search the area to collect information, okay. Okay, that's done. Read the shard, archived conversation. To do that, we go here, go to shards, come down here to Cyber Psycho. You get those blockers a client wanted? No. What client? The annoying one. Oh, that one. Don't got him. So now what? How you gonna make it up to him? First of all, F you. Second of all, why are we the ones cleaning up Biotechnica's mess? Good point. So what's on the menu? I say we carve him to the bone. Just don't forget the tools, because I'm not yanking out his implants with my bare hands. Meds or no meds, Gonk's screwed anyway. Plus, not like he would have put in a good word for us. He's still got bad lungs. Who cares? Instead of meds, he'll get steel to the gut. Life's tough. Oh, come off it. You had a job and you botched it. Own up. Stop acting so smart. Okay. So this guy had a job that it sounds like he worked with our cyber psycho on, and our cyber psycho got exposed to chemicals that jacked his lungs up, and he was probably terminal. So he decided on his way out he'd take everybody that was responsible and went and got chromed up. I need those neuro blockers, a lot of them now. So we'll get some. I said I need them now. The pain's got me losing my dang mind. Chill. They'll get here when they get here. What's the pain from anyway? They poisoned me. Biotechnica. Everyone here's got it. Their lungs are collapsing. Some are dead already. I swear once I'm back on my feet. All right. We're just trying to be polite. Oh, I was just trying to be polite. Never asked for your whole life story. Wow, okay. That's kind of your fault. You asked him an open-ended question. He gave you an answer. Man, some people, dude. I'm telling you. What am I supposed to do here? Message Regina about... Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. Turns out Cedric met the same sad fate as the other Red Ochre members that Biotechnica was experimenting on. Scavs decided to kick him while he was down, and that's when he snapped, as would anyone. First the Corpos, then the Scavs, and now you. Who knew you'd be at the end of that downward spiral? I don't follow here. I'm missing something. It's probably right in front of my face, but I'm like, my brain is not tuned in to how they're carrying this out. Scavs sometimes come here to sell their victims implants. Maybe a deal didn't go smoothly, and one of the Scavs got a little carried away. Turns out Cedric met the same sad fate as the other Red Ochre members that Biotechnica was experimenting on. Scavs decided to kick him while he was down, and that's when he snapped, as would anyone. First the Corpos, then the Scavs, and now you. Why? It feels like she's accusing us of something. Who knew you'd be at the end of that downward spiral? I don't know. That's got to be on me. I'm missing something kind of obvious there, I think, but that didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Okay, job complete. On deaf ears. I don't think this dude made it. He rolled through fire. Looks like a guy. We'll take that shotgun, though. We certainly will. Okay. What time is it? 12:03 p.m.? You know what? I think we do have time to go do this third psycho. Alright, I'll see you guys there.
V, a few Zeta Tech corporals walked into an auto shop. The punchline, none came back out. Apparently it's a family business that's fallen on hard times. My hunch is the owners finally snapped, and you know I got a nose for this stuff.
Joke's on you, sucker. I can handle those better than you. Search the area to collect info. Death caused by severe concussion, most likely from an IED. Search area. It still says search area. I think it's telling me to check this out. Cease and desist. Using lift in my shop without a license. Oh, so they came to repo it maybe? Whoops. I think the area is cleared. Message Regina. Okay. Auto shop owner was on a rampage, but I managed to put him to sleep. The way corps here gobble up small businesses, it's almost painful to watch before they even clock what's happening. The owners are locked out of their own premises and slapped with a colossal debt. Then they bust their asses for the corp from morning to midnight to make ends meet. Looks like this one preferred to take his own life than give up the one place that was his. See how quickly the American dream can turn into the American nightmare? Okay. Alright. 1:43 p.m. Hey, just got back from Sonora. Quick job, decent pay. Can't complain, I guess. Now I just have to clean up the grease and salsa verde off the back seat. Don't ask. How are you holding up? So this is from Pan Am? We have a couple options here. Hey, good for you. I'm completely bushed. Help Judy track down a friend that went missing. She's in rough shape, but Judy's taking good care of her. All I want to do is crawl into bed, but I know I'll just be staring up at the ceiling for hours. Luckily, I have the scene of someone smearing salsa all over your ride to play out in my head, wondering by what miracle they made it out alive. Or, doesn't sound too shabby, my day went about as good as it could have. Tried closing a chapter of my past with Judy's help. Think I also might have saved someone's life. V versus Night City 1-0. P.S. You know, if you ever open a roadside joint, you'll have to call it salsa and grease, right? Well, that's kind of funny. I like the first response more. I don't know why. There's something with the tone that I like more than the second response. I'll explain to you actually what little bit that I can tell here. I can't trace this out. There's rabbit holes, right? But I think if I was playing a female V, I would go with the second one. I can't explain to you why. That's just kind of, I feel like the first response seems more like something I would say, and the second response feels kind of a little bit foo-foo, you know? I want to now call... I want to get in touch with my contacts here, and I want to call River.
B, hey, what's up?
Mentioned not so long ago you wanted to meet? You and Joss?
Yeah. Why, what? Got time?
How's today sound?
Sounds perfect. Gonna go tell Joss. See ya.
Alright. So, I'm a little bit dodgy with this one because it feels like this is a romance opportunity, and that shiznit's just freaking weird. Right? For me. Hey, you know, you swing how you swing, I swing how I swing. But I would imagine that you can also just kind of make it a relationship, like a normal friendship, right? It's just that the way they have to write the dialogue, because now they need to have a romance option for same sex, it's gonna be weird. You know, it's got to be fluid enough that it could go kind of both ways, and that comes off kind of dodgy in my opinion. To be quite honest, it does break immersion for me because it's written oddly, you know. Instead of just coming off as two guys that have done some stuff together, it comes off as the other dude's kind of like trying to feel you out and be like, hey, are you interested in a little bit more? And that's not real life. You know, it can be sometimes. It's not normally. Somebody is in need of help. We have the physical capability to do that. Oh, I saw a red carrot right there. Okay, that should be it.
Hi.
Hey, kiddos.
Hey, how's it going?
Over here! Glad you're here. I need your help cooking.
What's on the menu?
Jambalaya. Come on. You can stir the meat?
Soy meat. Okay.
No soy meat. What? I was about to say I love jambalaya, but not with fake stuff.
You know, maybe Joss would be more help.
Joss did her bit. Just grab the damn spoon and start stirring.
How do I do that? There
This
we go.
ancient Ward family secret?
Uh-huh. Onions, paprika, thyme. Just need to mince some celery and garlic. But you stir, please. Stir.
How's, Randy holding up?
He's looking for his old self. Physically, though, it'll be a long road before he's back to full health.
And, mentally? That was some experience.
What Harris did to him, fucked as this might sound, might have helped the kid. Could be wrong, but feels like a clean break for him.
Don't mean to spoil a nice day, but I gotta ask. What about Peter Pan?
You're asking if I killed him. We'll talk later, okay?
Sure, no pressure. It's just you know.
I know.
All right.
All right. Think you've stirred enough? Mind grabbing the rice from the kitchen?
Yes, sir.
Can do. I don't want to eat that soy meat, though.
No, Randy's always been that way. But I'm sure this didn't help none. You know, his father was a difficult man, too. That's exactly what I told him. But I always got the same speech back. Nobody cares about these kids who don't exactly fit the mold. In those words, yeah. Wanted to tear my hair out every time I heard him.
Where'll I find the rice?
I'll call you back later. Really nice of you to come.
Thanks for having me over.
I should be thanking you.
How's Randy?
Still in the hospital. Still in shock. But he's making progress. Haven't had a chance to tell you just how grateful I am.
What matters is it's over now.
I just don't know how to repay you. If Randy had...
Don't owe me a thing, Josh.
I'm so quick to break down. Anyway, the rice is right there.
All right. I didn't really feel like it was appropriate to flirt with her
That's
under
mighty
the
nice.
kinds of dialogue we were having there. All right, amigo. I got it.
Tomatoes in next. Now you can toss in the rice.
Rice is in.
Okay, now this has to bubble and brew. Patio. Grab a chair. And a beer or something else.
It's nice out here.
Yeah. Seems all good. Like nothing bad ever happened.
Tell me now about Harris.
I paid him a visit at the hospital.
He's still in a coma?
Yep. In a strange slumber between life and death. An empty shell in a hospital bed.
One shot to the head. Quick and clean.
I had the same thought. It would be so easy. I pressed the gun to his head and remembered something.
Yeah, but that's like a mercy killing.
How my parents died. Now, sure you want to hear this?
I mean, why would you tell a guy no?
What happened?
Old man had a farm, like Harris's dad. But when business took a turn, well... My parents managed to open a small grocery. We lived on the floor above.
A loud noise woke us one night. They wanted cash. Register was empty, so they stormed upstairs, forced us all to kneel, and demanded my dad tell him where he hid the money.
I'm not gonna say that.
Mostly, I remember my mom crying. My dad swore they'd found all we had. One was gassed out of his mind. He fired first. Blew half my dad's skull off.
Jesus, River. I'm sorry.
He was erratic. Went rabid. handed me his gun and ordered me to aim it at my mom's head.
I can still see her tear-filled eyes at the end of that barrel to this day.
What did you do?
Nothing. I stood frozen. Finally, he just snatched the gun back, shot my mother, and they left. Police never caught him. That was why I joined the force. I couldn't agree with scum like that roaming free. No one to hunt him.
Was Joss there too? Saw all this?
I think when she looks at me, she still sees that boy holding a gun to her mom's head.
Can't tell you how sorry I am.
So when I stood over Harris in that hospital bed, barrel to his brow, I was that kid again. But I was also the junkie who shot my parents.
I understand.
I've ended a few lives in my time, but never like that. Never an execution. Slipped out of the hospital quick. Told myself the case was closed.
That's good. But what now? You're not going back to the PD.
PI has a nice ring to it. Who knows?
Uncle
We'll see.
River, you said you'd
That'd be
play
cool.
with us. You promised.
All right. Let's go. V, join us?
What are we gonna play, Uncle River?
You'll see. Dorian, we're playing. Yeah, Big Trouble in Haywood. Grab your set.
I'm supposed to grab one of these, or is it just them and the uncle?
Well, what do you think?
Always wanted to try a game like this.
Well, nice firepower there.
This is no time to get distracted. Can't let that filth get away.
Who? Oh, well, look at you.
V, allow me to introduce Captain Joan McClane and Lieutenant Henry Callahan. They're our precinct's best and brightest. Wouldn't want to get in their way.
I always work alone. No exceptions. Even for you. Yeah, me too.
Nah, let's just go.
All right, let's get to it.
Right. All we gotta do is track down El Chamuco Endiablado and take out his lackeys along the way.
He'll pay for his crimes.
We'll play like two teams, us and the kids, but we work toward the same objective. The team with the best result wins.
You don't stand a chance.
AV, just go easy, okay?
All
It's their
right.
favorite game.
Got you. Yeah, I can't make full promises, though I'm pretty competitive sometimes. Usually just with myself, though.
Oh, there he is! Get him!
The city's mine! You'll never take her from me!
He's fast, but not fast enough to escape justice. Watch out! It's Croonies!
Not half bad.
Next round! This way. It must be their rat-infested
Oh, I see. Okay, so they got 3, we got 2.
The moral decay from a mile off.
I can smell the moral. How old is this kid?
Too quiet.
Cover me.
It's a trap! They were waiting for us!
Oh no.
Too slow. Too many donuts.
Not done yet.
Ah! Behind us! Okay, that's all of them. But next time we gotta be faster. Out of the way, citizen. Obstructing justice is punishable by law. This is your last warning.
Easy there, Captain. I'm just passing through. Not half bad.
Ah.
Don't charge in there, Callahan. I can't afford to lose one of my best men. Don't worry about me.
They play this a lot.
Take that! He's hit! He's hit! Okay, I think we got him all. But it's not over yet.
Some last words?
Fine. Out with it, scumbag. I want to see you squirm.
No. Your last words.
Oh, come on. Another ambush?
Okay, so now...
Lunch is ready.
But Mom, you almost had him.
Oh, you'll get him next time.
Disconnected.
At least we beat the grown-ups. We're the best.
Thanks for letting them win. They had fun.
Yeah, no problem. I can relate.
Nah, they're great kids. It's no problem.
Seems they took a liking to you, too.
Hey, food's on the table. So, was your game fun?
Awesome! We kicked their big butts.
The bad guys?
Huh? Oh, yeah, the bad guys, too.
Time to see if this tastes as good as it smells.
Unemployment's being good to you. You seem good.
River's discovering the joys of family life.
That and police duty. Never a good mix. This here's a way to get some of those years back.
I haven't seen him this untroubled in a while. What about you, V? You got a family? Or just relations?
Grew up in Haywood. Whole street was my family. Neighbors helped each other out. Thought nothing of it.
Nothing's more important to me than my kids. I've made mistakes. Life's gone off the rails sometimes. But I had my kids. I got my kids.
I don't want to say this one, and this one feels awkward. Holy smokes. I mean, between the two, I guess.
Speaking of, be great if Randy was here.
Won't be long.
Randy
thought-
loves jambalaya.
Oh, shoot, there ain't no way to get out of this. This seems flippin' weird, dude. Like, really, really blatant in front of the whole family?
Joss, you see me being a parent ever?
Oh, I see. He's being sarcastic.
I mean, I don't exactly look like good mom material myself, so...
Yes! Who says yes?
I do.
He raised his hand himself.
V, are you seeing someone? Involved? Fess up, please.
Man, this
Wow,
went quick.
that's decided.
Got an $11.99. Officer needs backup.
Come on, pull you out of this ambush.
Home Chica ain't got no time to mess around, so she's direct. Can't judge that. All right.
Thanks, Joss.
Yeah, thanks. Whew, situation was getting dicey.
That's what partners are for. You were about a hair's breadth away from having to look at photo albums.
You just getting out of doing the dishes. Admit it.
Also true, which gives us 2 reasons to go. Here we are,
What are we looking at?
a water tower. Great spot.
Great for what?
Having a drink, shooting the shit.
I think that's
swear.
funny that I was like,
Gates
man,
stuck again. Gonna fix it one of these days. Let me give you a boost. Climb over, open it from the other side.
I was thinking that it was us that was going to be flirting. I'm like, man, that's an awkward thing to say to her right here in front of everybody. Right. And then it ended up, she was hitting on us. And I just honestly didn't see that coming.
Yeah, okay. Good.
I mean, I guess I could have just power leaped over this thing. I don't know if it would have let me. It might have been hard scripted.
Okay.
On our way. Area's not bad, actually. Unlikely to dazzle. Make a good first impression, though.
Certainly no Corpo Plaza.
No. But life's livable here. Know what worse places to raise kids.
Yeah, it's
And
on
these
the
problems with
outskirts.
the law. Those didn't pop out of thin air.
True. But Randy takes after his old man. He'd find trouble in a nicer neighborhood, too. Apparently the worst city between the Atlantic and the Pacific.
Deus Ex. No, that's
But I
Deus.
sure do love this view. Find it calming.
I don't know if this is the place I would bring too much beer. That's a long drop.
Out here, you can't smell the shit the corpse dump on the streets. Like the city's their own personal toilet.
Oh,
Shit,
kinda close.
Flush, repeat.
Poetic. Couldn't have said it better. Got something for you.
What's the occasion?
Wow. What's the occasion?
Aiming to close the door. The stage of my life is done. This thing holds too many memories. Won't let me do that. It'll serve you better.
Thank you.
Just promise you won't blow your foot off.
Oddly specific request.
Josh's husband did it. Drunk. This very spot.
Which
Wow.
made this your special spot. Family landmark?
Something of the kind. Now for the highlight of the evening. Up for a drink?
Sure.
Got some lemonade? Anything in that vein?
Lemon? Well, sure, but seriously?
I read that
Supposed to
line
be a
wrong.
family dinner. I wasn't expecting a hard lubrication.
Yeah, see, I knew it. To Josh and the kids.
Here's to Joss and the kids.
Yeah, to family. Sure you don't mind me drinking? Probably lots more.
No, I don't care. You do you, man.
Oh, you kidding? Your spot this. Your customs.
You'll hang with me, though. I can be awfully charming when drunk.
Oh, lordy.
We'll see.
Now, where did I put that?
Talk to River. All right.
Whoa. Colonizing the moon, and there's still no cure for hangovers.
Well, at least we had fun yesterday.
Yeah. But now I gotta roll. Promised Joss I'd take her to see Randy. No rush either. Get your sea legs back. Take as much time as you need.
Sure you're good to drive?
Please. Former NCPD. I'm a pro on Hangover Highway.
Copy
Be
that.
fine.
I guess it's gonna make us go through all three. Can I just walk away? Tell Randy I said hi. I don't. Does
Come on.
Randy even know who we are?
Tell Randy, hey.
Will do. See you later, V.
Okay. All right. Let's open up perks. Not that. Escape. We'll level up. How do I do this? Character. Okay. Put one into there. There we go. Okay, everything is now at 16. Perk points available. Let's put that third one into license to Chrome, so that lets us unlock a new cyberware slot for the skeleton. And that's pretty much where we'll end it. Let's hit save. So, you guys saw what I was talking about. Like, I kind of knew that they were going to give you an option there to romance them. And it's not like you don't have real-world situations that would fit that, right? We do. I mean, I've been in those kinds of situations. I understand, right? My complaint is that,
Good morning.
at least
Not
in my
cheating, I hope.
experience, that's
The
not
generator?
the norm.
You remember, right?
That's the exception to the norm.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you have dudes just hanging out, being, they're friends. They have really very, I mean, how would you put it? It's just very, like, masculine, normal guy-to-guy friendships. And because these games have to kind of give everybody an option, and I understand that, but I have a complaint here, because those options don't roll with me. We end up missing out on the normal stuff, which is what I've been spending a few episodes talking about, is what is creating the immersion, the parallel to things that you can relate to, the things that look like normal life, And so if they could do both, I would be cool with that. But more often than not, it takes a lot of money. You got to have the voice actor, you got to have the writers, you got to write storylines. And so I guess it's probably not monetarily expedient to write storylines for the scenarios that I'm looking for, and storylines that give you the flexibility to go a couple different ways, because the ones that have the flexibility to go a few different ways, you're having to spend extra time on that to give branching dialogue streams depending on what the nature of that relationship is. Is that making sense to everybody? So it ends up like we get robbed. We get robbed of the normal stuff, which is what's enhancing immersion, in order to create these flexible routes. From a purely selfish perspective, that sucks. That sucks. It didn't used to be like that. And so, I don't know what the answer is to that, because I wouldn't want to rob somebody else of their opportunities, you know? That's not what I'm saying. I'm wanting to say I would like to have both of these things in a game, and more often than not, it just seems like the only thing I can come up with is that it's not financially feasible. And so you end up having to drop one in order to include the other. And for those of us that that's not applicable to, which, as I understand it, is the wider majority of the audience, that sucks. You know? So anyway, wanted to explain why I was tepid about the whole thing from the get-go, you know, to explain why I was coming off in that way. It's because I was like, man, I know what this is gonna end up being, and it's gonna degrade the game experience for me. And I just kind of feel it coming, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. Alrighty then. We're going to end it on that note. It's still a fantastic storyline. We have good relationships developing. Perhaps now that I have gone the quote-unquote straight path with River, future dialogue will be a little bit more like what I'm looking for. And if it does end up being like that instead of this kind of ambiguous, I might be gay, but I don't want to tell you about it yet kind of BS, you know, that ends up coming off cringy, really, really cringe, and makes the whole situation awkward, you know. Flat out, I'd rather the dude just be straight up, be like, hey man, I'm gay and I'm attracted to you. How do you feel about it? You know, at least we could just, you know, I could be like, yo, partner, we still amigos and everything, but I don't swing that way, you know? I don't want to cost you any extra time, waste your time, or lead you around false roads. Thank you for being upfront. I will give you the due respect of being upfront back. You know, and maybe now we can have just a normal guy-to-guy relationship, you know. We'll see. If that's how they're able to pull it off and the voice actor is able to pull it off, they actually took the time to record the lines that way on this, what's hopefully a branching dialogue tree here, then all my complaints are gone, you know. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. I think it's interesting. I don't necessarily need you to agree with me. I think it's an interesting thing to put on the table as, look, here's a perspective of some people. I don't think I'm the only one, you know, and it can kind of bring some things out for how we're all experiencing stuff these days. All right. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I'm at almost an hour and a half here, so I got to definitely find places that I can cut this down, try and get it to an hour or less. So again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.